and we were accused of manufacturing deepfakes. My predecessor accused us for manufacturing deepfakes from the White House podium when she knew, and everybody in this White House knew, the true status of Joe Biden's physical and mental fitness.
You didn't need a PhD in neuroscience to figure this out. You just needed 2 eyes and 2 ears. But if you said it out loud back in 2020, if you even dared to question Biden's mental state, you were smeared as a conspiracy theorist, a right-wing nutjob, or worse, accused of spreading deepfakes.
White House Correspondents Association dinner. It was laughable. They gave an award to a journalist for talking about Biden's mental incompetence. He wrote a story about it years after the American people knew that story to be true. Didn't take much, just 2 eyes and 2 ears to realize that Joe Biden was completely inept, was unfit to serve as president of the United States. And nobody in the legacy media, nobody in this city wanted to talk about it. In fact, I recall being on President Trump's campaign and calling out Joe Biden's cognitive decline. And we were accused of manufacturing deepfakes. My predecessor accused us for manufacturing deepfakes from the White House podium when she knew, and everybody in this White House knew, the true status of Joe Biden's physical and mental fitness. And the mainstream media allowed that cover-up to take place because they refused to dig for the truth. They tried to get the American people not to believe their own eyes. It is truly one of the greatest cover-ups and scandals in American history. And again, this is why we are welcoming independent journalists and social media influencers and content creators into the White House with open arms, because all of you in this room and many of your colleagues in independent journalism talked about this online. Nobody gave you credence as far as the legacy media is concerned. And now they host cocktail parties where they're applauding each other and patting each other on the back for uncovering the truth. It was years later, and it's truly sad to see.
And who was leading that charge? None other than former White House press secretary Karine Jean-Pierre. Karine Jean-Pierre stood behind that podium day after day, insisting that Joe Biden was fine, sharp, focused, fully in control, even when it was painfully obvious that wasn't true. Let me be crystal clear. She wasn't confused. She wasn't misled. She was covering up. And she was doing it on behalf of an entire administration that knew Joe Biden wasn't up for the job. And now? Now we're supposed to pretend the press is brave for finally reporting what we've all seen on our screens for years? If you're tired of being lied to, if you're ready to take our country back, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video. The fight isn't over, but this time, we are setting the narrative.